Okay, so in last sessions, we understand the test scenarios and test cases. Right, every day you need to practice writing the test cases. Right, take any product. Any product means suppose if you are going to buy any home appliance like TV, fridge, or mobile laptop. When you are buying the product, so you need to check, right? So we have some of the features we know. So we need to validate. We need to check whether the important features are working or not. So how we are going to test? So in if you are working in a software product, right? You have to just you take a simple example. Maybe you can take a right test cases for a TV, or you can go with the fridge, or simple example you can go with the pen. So now you have to write a test cases for pen. How you will be writing a test cases for pen, right? So let's start from here. First, you need to understand how you have to start write your test cases. Right. So the first thing you need to write test cases for any product that there will be some UI. Right. So you need to write a test cases for UI first. Then what you have to do, we need to go functional. Right. So functionality wise, you need to check. Right. You need to write a test cases for functionality wise. Then the next thing is you need to go with the negative scenarios. Negative test cases you need to write. Then performance. So this way we need to write. So order maybe you can sequence you can change, but always you need to write a test cases. You need to think in this way. Functionally, you need to write some scenarios. UI wise, you need to write some scenarios. Negative test cases should be there, and performance test cases should be there. Shall we start for a pin? Simple pin. Every day we are using a pin. Right. So now let's start, first we'll go for a functional test maybe. So functional test cases means like, verify the type of the pen. Now suppose if it is a ballpoint pen or ink pen or gel pen, as per the requirement, we need to check whether this is the correct or not. Verify the type of pen, right? Which pen it is. So it is, suppose as per the requirement, if it is the ink pen, right? So I need to check, verify the type of the pen is ink pen. Right? Otherwise, we need to go other gel pen is there, ballpoint pen is there. Right? So as per the requirement, we need to write. Then check the weight of the pen. Like, weight should not be, more than that. Right? So we have to check. The weight should not be the too heavy one. So we need to check the weight. Verify the weight of the pen. Right? So here it should not be too heavy. See, always you have to take any one product, you need to write a test cases in different way. Then only when you are going for an interview also, you will be, see simply, see more, not more than that. Simply you'll go for a whiteboard test cases. You need to write a test cases for whiteboard. If you go to Amazon, right? Amazon interview, you may face the question for write a test cases for Wi-Fi. So everyone we are using a Wi-Fi connections. So maybe tomorrow you try this one, write the test cases for Wi-Fi connectivity. Right. So the same order you need to go, UI, functional, negative, and performance wise. So now here we need to check the verify the pen is with a cap or without cap. That is also we need to check with as per the requirement. So how the requirements is saying, like, they are saying like, tic tac pen or it is a cap pen or whatever it is as per the requirement or not. This is we need to check. Then verify that. So it is returning in a different types of paper or not. So we can say verify that user is able to write clearly over different types of paper. Right, so now we need to check that. This is one of the test scenarios. Then check the pen ink. Ink should not leak, right? So that is also we need to check. Verify the pen ink should not leak. Right, in case it is upside. So in upside down, maybe you can say upside down. So now this is the way. Yes, we have to write, verify the pen is working smoothly or not, writing smoothly or not, right? So verify the, right? So now verify the color of the ink pen, color of the ink on the pen, right? So now that is also we need to check. Then we need to check that, so maybe we have to check, verify the surfaces over which the pen is able to write smoothly apart from paper. Right, so apart from paper means, suppose for example, cardboard, or otherwise you can say rubber surface. Right, so like that. So now we need to check this as well. So other things like, verify that consistent ink flow. We need to check, right? So if you are writing continuously, it should be, it should have a consistent ink flow without leaving any block, right? So now we can say verify the text written by the pen. See, there will be no complicated English. Now, this is normal English only, how to write a test cases. So no need to worry about the English. I'm not understanding this, that thing. So this is normal English. You need to go with the test cases always in wherever if you go. So should have consistent ink flow, right? So now without leaving any block. Right, we need to check the ink, it should not leak that. So we can say verify pen ink should not leak. But higher should not leak. We can say should not leak. Right, so now these are all the things we need to check. Then we can write verify the text written by the pen is erasable. So that is also we need to check, erasable or not. Say then how pressure you need to give. Suppose if you want to give normal pressure, it should write or not. So that is also we need to check. So verify the pen functioning by normal pressure during writing. So different way we need to check. Any other things? Verify the pen is refillable or not. Yes, exactly. So that is also we need to check. So and other than that, any other? Right, so the same way we can say verify if the pen can support multiple refills or not. So this is also we need to check and verify that user can change the pen easily, right? Verify that user can change the refill easily. Right, so this is a way we need to write these cases. So what is other? Yeah, write the pen is okay. I'll go with this. Verify the pen is writing any surface. Right, so in case of ballpoint pen or gel pen, so we need to verify the size of the tip. Then what about others? Right, so these are the things it will coming into the functional way. So now we'll go to the UI. So what is UI test cases? Verify the length of the pen as per the requirement. As per the specification, verify the length of the pen. Then we'll check the verify the material. Right, so what are the material we are using? Verify the material of the pen. That is our outer body, right? Ink pen, I mean, what is the color of the ink pen we have tested over here. Now we need to check material. So as per the requirements, whether it is a plastic or metal, whatever it is, as per the requirement, it is displayed or not. That's we need to check. Right, then color of the body, right? Check the color of the body. Then what? Then we need to verify check the brand name. Right, it should be clear. Right, it should clearly visible to the user. So check the brand name. So this is very, very important, right? So now we need to check these all the things will coming under the UI test cases. Right, check the color of the body, pen body and material also we need to check. So what is others? Weight of the pen, exactly. So weight of the pen also we need to check. So this is also coming as per the requirement. So everything how we are validating, we are checking with the document, as far as document. So there will be mentioning, okay, length of the pen should be this much. Verify the material should be plastic or metal, whatever it is. So color of the body should be in the, as per the requirement we need to write. But usually when you are going for that interview, you need to write a test cases in different way. That is in functional test cases and UI test cases. Right? Yes, exactly. Grip of the pen. We need to check. Verify the grip of the pen. So this is also very important. Right. So now this is the way we need to write test cases for UI. Suppose if you go for a performance test cases. Right. So you can write negative test cases as well. So what are the negative test cases will come? Verify that, the pen different temperature. Maybe suppose if you are in cold temperature or if you are in hot temperature, whatever it is, how it is working. Suppose if you are using the pen, right? Suppose if you are going in outside, it's a very hot outside. So some of the pen will going to leak, right? So you may face that. Right. So now that we need to check. So pen weight. So that is also we need to check it is overweighted or not, right? So suppose if you're coming into the performance test cases in pen, right? How fast user can write with the pen over supported, surfaces. Suppose I have the pen is, we can write in the normal paper. So now I need to check if suppose how long I could able to write the test cases. That is performance. Right. So when the user is using continuously without stopping, right? How long it will going to work? Right? How many characters it is going to write, with the single refill. So if suppose if it is a ballpoint pen, how long, how many character it will be, we can able to use with the particular refill. Right? So that is also will coming under the performance testing. Right. So now this is what, we have to write. This is the way we need to understand, we need to write a test cases. So this is the way you need to think, like, different way. Suppose I'll give you, 5 minutes of time. Maybe you can take simple test cases. I don't go for more than that. So simply you can go and use the keyboard. So now you are using a keyboard, right? So write some test cases for keyboard. Can you? How many of you ready to write a test cases now? See, if you are not having a laptop, try to write it in your notepad and take a screenshot and send it to me. So I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes. 5 minutes is more than enough. So you can go ahead and write a test cases and send. Ready? Just a keyboard. Okay. Keyboard test case. Keyboard write test cases for keyboard. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, we'll write some more test cases, but before that, we'll understand, different type of testing, what are the level of testing, that is also we'll cover. Okay, so now, so you just practice every day. Just go ahead and just take any product, right? So suppose you can go with a keyboard or whiteboard or TV, pen, right? And you can write a test cases for a Wi-Fi. Okay, so Anbarasan, very good. Verify control key, all the keys, okay. Is working well. Plus to verify the keys or provide as per specification. Super, super. Super, Anbarasan, you have written a good way. You have written all the scenarios. You just covered most of the things. Fine. So now if you start, you see wherever if you are seeing any product, right? So now if you simply you are seeing a pen or simply you are seeing the keyboard or mouse, whatever if you see, you can start write the test cases. So this is the way you need to practice. Okay. So now let's understand what are the type of test cases, what are the level of test cases. I'll show you. We have a level of test cases, right? So now, okay, Rusi also saying that. Good. The keyboard key arranges the proper way. Super. Okay, QWERTY, right? QWERTY, that's fine. Effectively verify the keyboard cables, batteries, wireless keyboard distance, backside stand, okay. Super. Prasad also sending the scenarios. Okay, good. Okay, so everything. So okay, the order everything should be in the same way in a keyboard, right? So then only if you are using the keyboard for other keyboard also, you can able to use that because same keys should be in the same place, right? If it is misaligned, then we can't able to type it over there. So that's what we need to understand. Okay, fine. So now you got it, right? So some point you got it, how we have to start writing a test cases. Okay, every day you can practice the thing. Now let's understand what is the level of testing, right? What are the level of testing? So now here, there are generally four level of testing, right? Four level of testing. We can say, so what is the four level? So the first will be unit testing. So unit testing is done by the developer, right? Done by the developers only. So why unit testing is done by the developer? Right, so unit testing actually, because this is we are checking with the code, right? The source code is working correctly or not. So that this is done by the developer only. Unit testing also we can call it as a white box testing. Right? Unit testing is done by the developer. So and also we can call it as a white box testing. Because this is we are checking, tester, we are not aware of what the code they have written for the developing the product, but the developer knows that what are the codes, so they are checking that all the source code is working fine or not, right? So that's what a unit testing, this is the first level of testing. This is unit testing. So now the next one will be the integration testing. So integration testing is done by tester only, right? So now this is testers only. Now the next one is system testing. So in system testing done by the tester only. Right, the same way we have a four level. One is unit testing and integration testing and system testing. Then we have a acceptance testing. This is done by end user. So now level of testing means we have a four level of testing. One is unit testing, then integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Right? Let us understand in detail. So unit testing means unit testing is performed to check whether the individual modules, right? Each and every modules of the source codes are working properly. What is module actually? So I shared you that SRS document, right? How many of you opened that SRS document? So in this document, I have seen, you could able to see creating a customer. So this is one of the module. So then we have a fund transfer. Fund transfer is there. Then we have a deposit. Right. Then we have a withdraw.
It is set of functionalities.
Set of functionality. Yes. So this is separate pages. Right. So now separate functionality, separate pages. So now they'll be creating, the developer is creating, each functionality, each module separately. So balance inquiry. So this. So balance inquiry. These are the separate functionalities, separate modules. Right. So now if you go with the typical example in real time, we are using a Gmail. Right, Gmail, everyone using a Gmail, right? Sending a mail, receiving a mail. Here, one of the module we can say compose. That is compose mail is one of the module. Then we have another one is send is there, right? Then we have a inbox. Then we have a draft. A lot of things is there. So this is separate modules. They'll be developing. Then we need to test that. Right, so this is what a module actually. Right, so now module wise they will be developing. Then they are going to test that unit testing. That is, we can call it as a module and you can say unit wise. They are going to test that application. Right, source code is working or not. Right, testing each and every unit of the application separately by the developer, and it is also called component testing as well. Right, and also we can call white box testing. So this is first level of testing. So the next one is we are going with the integration. So what is integration testing? How to perform integration testing? So in integration testing means to check two modules. Two modules interrelated and interdependency is working or not as per the requirement. So that is integration testing. So what is the two interrelated means? Suppose, can take a same example of Gmail. If you want to send a mail, right, what you will do, go to the compose mail, add a valid mail ID, right, add your subject and content, then sending the mail. So after sending the mail, how you will be going to cross verify whether the mail sent or not? How to check? How you are going to cross verify the mail sent or not?
Gonna see in the send folder.
Exactly. So now just navigate to the send folder, select the send, and it will show you all your send mail. So now tell me, what is the interrelated over here?
Compose and send.
So that is what, here we are sending the mail. Now here we are checking that whether the mail is sent successfully or not. Right. Same way if you go to banking, bank application. So here we have one of the option is deposit. Right. Deposit is one of the modules. So in deposit, if you are going to deposit some amount, now you want to check whether the amount is getting added in your account or not. How to check that? So here we have another module called balance inquiry is there, right? So we are go to the balance inquiry, giving your account number and password or PIN number, right? So you need to give for check your account balance. Right, so another we have a balance history also is there. You can check over there. Right, balance history also you can check the amount is credited or not. So now coming into the integration testing, here in banking application, once deposit the amount and we will check that balance in balance inquiry tab and account history tab as well. These three modules interconnection is there. This is what we need to validate. These three modules interrelated functionality is working or not. This is what your integration testing. Actually, the goal of the integration testing is to detect any irregularity between the modules, right, that are integrated together. Right, so the goal of the integration testing is to check the correctness of communication, among all the modules. The data flow is correct or not. Once all the components are done, then we are doing a integration testing. Right, so first we are doing independently, we are doing each and every module, then we'll be doing a connectivity. I mean, if any dependency is there, then we need to check the dependent modules are working as per the requirement. This is what your integration testing. Is that clear? In integration also, we can write as test cases for positive test cases, negative test cases. Right? Once we are writing a test cases itself, you come to know how we are going to validate the particular functionality. Right? You can write a positive and negative test cases as well as per the requirement. Right? If the feature is required, then we'll go for a negative testing. Otherwise, we'll go for a happy path, that is positive testing. Right, next in test case creation, we'll cover different concepts, how we are going to write a test cases with the different techniques. Right, so now what is if suppose in interview if you are asking like, what is integration testing? Then always you go with the example. Any example you can take. Simply you can go with the Gmail. Otherwise you can go with the banking, anything, right? So now always whatever the answer you are giving, just don't go with only the definition. What you have to do, you need to go with the example. So now simply integration testing means we are checking two modules interrelated and interdependency is working or not. For an example, you need to tell for an example, and you have to tell that, the compose mail and the send mail. So you can add this example, right? If you know other example, or you can add. So whatever the question you are answering, you need to go with the simple example, so that they comes to know, okay, you are clear in this concept, right? So just simply don't go with the only the definition. Always you need to go with the example. So is it clear? Integration testing. So now the next thing is we'll go for a system testing. So the third level, right? So the first level of test case, in 4 level we have 4 level of testing: unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. System testing also done by the testers only. So verify the system testing is verify the whole system is working as per the specified requirement. Right? System testing is, we can call it as a end-to-end testing. Right? So now suppose if you go to Amazon, I'll go to so now if you go to Amazon, so now what is the end-to-end flow over here? So now suppose if you are going to buy the product, so user comes over here to the URL, right? So then maybe they are searching the product. So whatever the product they want, searching the product and selecting the particular product and click on add to cart, right? So after clicking on add to cart, then they navigate to the add to cart and proceed to buy, right? And payment. And the next thing is payment. They have to go with different payment options we need to select. Then they have to give the address, the delivery, then shipping and delivery. So this is complete flow. So we need to check complete flow for the one application, that is system testing, end-to-end testing. Right, so initially it'll be coming over here to the URL and they are searching some product, maybe mobile or laptop, whatever it is, then selecting the product, right? So then once they are selecting the product, they'll be, checking that all the description, everything. Then they are going for the add to cart. Then the next is payment. Proceed to buy means then we'll go for a payment. Payment also different option is there. That is also we need to select. Then we'll go for a shipping and delivery. Complete flow. So this is the way we need to validate end-to-end system testing. So is this clear? Right, so here we'll go for system testing. We can check, verify the whole system working as per the specified requirement.
That means we are allowed to check all the modules, madam?
Yes, yes. All the, complete flow, each and every. So suppose if you go to the Amazon, here we have a one flow I show you, right? The same way,
Yes.
you have to validate each and every flow, complete flow you need to go.
Okay.
So that is a system testing. So anyway, we'll be writing a test cases for system testing as well, not one test cases. We have written many test cases over there. So if you're coming into the system testing, we need to execute all the test cases. That is end-to-end flow. Okay. So now this is what whole system is working as per the specified requirement or not. That is what end-to-end testing. Right. So system testing. Also call end-to-end testing. Right. So here in integration testing also, we can say we are checking that interrelated and interdependency. Right. So now here I can say 2 modules. Two or three modules, maybe. Interrelated and interdependency. Working as per the requirements. So this is what your integration testing. So now integration testing, you can go with any example. If you are facing a system testing, you need to go with some example. So here if I learned that, right, so the same thing also you can go with. So now this is third level. Then what is that last one?
End user.
Acceptance testing, right? So acceptance testing will be this is one of the type of testing. So now in UAT, verify that end to end from the customer side. So the customer, they are going to validate, right? So in a business flow, everything is working as per the requirement, right? So the client accept once the everything is done in a UAT only, right? So UAT, if it is everything is done, I mean all the flow is perfectly working, then only the client accept the software. Right, when all the features and functionalities working as per the expected. This is the last phase of the testing. Right, then only it will go to the production. Right, we can say acceptance testing or you can say UAT, that is user acceptance testing. Right, this is what your end-to-end. Right, level of testing.
Who will do this UAT testers or?
You actually user acceptance testing is done by that, client side people. Client side, they will be bringing some people for doing this acceptance testing. In business flow, they will be validate. Business flow, they will going to validate as per the requirement. Right, once everything is all the feature and functionality, they are going to validate from the business point. So everything, once everything is working fine, then only the client accepts the software.
Okay.
So client side. But in the development environment, the client side, they will be coming and they are doing the testing. So here in UAT, we have a two different type of testing is there. One is alpha testing, one is beta testing in UAT, right? So that is also will cover. So now, is this clear in level of testing?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, right? Fine. Okay, let's move on to that. So any other questions?
Ma'am, what is the difference between the integration testing and API testing?
Integration testing and
API.
API.
Yeah.
API is completely different. API is completely different. This testing is different.
Okay, ma'am.
This is normally we are doing a manual testing for the UI part. So you are asking about API testing. So
Yeah.
this is no API testing is completely different. So here UI testing is completely different. Maybe you may
understand.
face the question, what is that integration testing? What is the system testing? So that may, now you may understand. So what is the difference over here in UI is different. UI testing only we are doing. In UI, we are doing, different functionality of the testings. Okay. So now
Okay.
let's